Quest 4. Backward planning for your vision. Great work! You have now a more clear vision of what you want in life. That's amazing. Knowing what you want helps us dream and work towards it. Honestly, I used to dream very big. Be like, oh, I want to do this in life and this. I want to be building spaceships and cloning people and everything. But I figured that if you don't have a plan to go towards it, you're just floating in the air. So I had big plans, but I had no idea how to get there. Then my mentor taught me a simple yet powerful method about 8 months ago. Only 8 months ago, right? And it's so easy, you might laugh, but it's super effective. It's called backward planning. Here's how it works. You plan backward from your goal. Yeah, that's it. So, let's say in 8 years, I want to have 1 million followers, starting now with 1,000. Then in 4 years, I'll probably need around 100,000. 2 years, I'll probably need about 20,000. In 1 year, I'll reach 8,800. In 6 months, 2,800. 3 months, 1,800. 1 month, 1,200. Get it? Because it compounds, of course. But then I can just work backwards to what do I have to do every day to get 200 followers in December. So, post 2 times a day, share my life and stories, connect with 1 new person a day, turn on ads to get 1,000 impressions per day. And this method works for anything. And we've also created, of course, a template to make it easier for you. Let's go over the template. In your Limitless command center, you can see your 8-year goals, 1-year goals, and in order for us to be able to do a backward planning, we must know, of course, what these goals are. So definitely go and list your goals, because the better we know what the goals are, the easier it is to go towards it. All of these questions are here to help you have a clear understanding. And then indeed, the next thing what we're going to do is to do the 1-year goals, because what we want to have clarity on is like where we want to go in the long term, but also where we want to go in the relative short term. Because if we know exactly where we want to be in 1 year, we can really refine and have clarity on what we need to do in order for us to get there. So that breeds clarity. Alright, once we have finished these two, we can go towards the backward planning. And here's template. You might have already seen this, but this is where you get reminded on what steps you need to take step by step by step. Spending an hour here can save you years later. What's the point of running if you don't know where we're going? I would recommend putting your vision down here. Now it's my vision, of course, but it's every time you are building towards it, you remind yourself, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, right? Or your goal, or whatever you want to be able to do, right? Remind yourself. So for me, a limitless era, a time where everyone is united with the infinite, where everyone is living limitless. We impacted over 8 million people to become limitless financially, mentally, and location through self-knowledge, opportunities, network, and proof. Writing, network breaking my own limitations, and the infinite are the powerhouses to achieving my long-term vision. This for you can be totally different, of course. If we can start thinking in decades, we start making us use of time as an asset instead of a liability. And if you understand this, you are ahead of so many people. So most people, how we're looking at life is like, oh fuck, life goes over so fast, or I need to do this, I need to hurry up, blah, blah, blah. But does it really serve you? Wanting to go fast, being afraid for time to run out, don't really think so. So if you can switch it around to be more like making use of the time we have and setting projects for the long term, so we can compound everything, so stack it up, it just becomes so much easier and more fun in general. Because you're like, okay, so for example with this course, right? So I can be like, okay, I need to finish the course, all of the course within 1 week, like rushing it out, and then like, how good it's gonna be, right? Not very good. So I'm just taking my time for it. I'll do one phase, or at least not even one phase. I'm doing like one module per week, and each phase has 4 modules. So in December, I'll finish phase 1 out of the 3 or 4 phases. 4 phases probably. In January, I'll finish phase 2, right? And in June, I've finished the entire course. And then half a year later, I'll finish the course version 2. I'll just start over again. And then after a year after that, I've had my first draft of my book in 1 year. And then 2 years after that, I'll probably have published my book. And it's gonna be a bestseller because I've spent 3 years on it. Before that, I've written for 2 years on articles. So it's kind of like 5 years of my life of writing is going to be in this book. And then 4 years later, I've written my second book. Like, take your time. Why rush? We got to go slow so we can go fast. And that's what I think, right? So for December, checked for my followers. I just need 120 followers. So this works for everything. So I would recommend starting with 8 years over here. And then work back from there. So you do the first from 8 to 1 year. To 1 year, and this can be very broad, like for me as well. I'm just making some clarity, having some clarity for myself. Is this totally correct? Probably not. Just being honest, but it will refine over time, right? So it needs to be some kind of guideline where you're going towards. If I'm hitting 150 followers or 250, like it's fine. I'm going towards this, right? Aim for the stars, land to the moon. One other thing, what I like to do is some kind of benefit or a reward for myself once I've been able to do the things I'm gonna say that I do. And it can be materialistic, cannot be materialistic, can be events, whatever. But that way you're just like, oh yeah, I fixed it, right? That's some fun stuff you can do. Anyway, I would say go dive into the backward planning, and of course this is very important. It's so satisfying to be able to do this. Like that's like amazing. So I believe you're gonna get a lot of value out of this. So let's dive into this. So just fill in the backward planning, make use of the time that we have, and start seeing us as an asset. Because once again, if you can start seeing time as an asset, because we think in decades instead of years, we'll be able to reach anything we want and truly build a life that's not only memorable but like legendary, like so freaking legendary that other people want to talk about it, that you want to talk about it. It's way more important that you're like, wow, I've lived my life at the end of the years, you're looking back like, holy fuck. I've had one hell of a life, like a good one, right? And I'm proud of what I've done. That's at least what I believe is life all about, right? To get most out of it. And is getting most out of it working every day and needing to get $1 million a month? No, maybe not. Maybe not for you. And that's the beauty about this. You can create the life that you desire. That's why we must know what we want and how to get it. Everything that we want, go for it. And now you got a clear way of making that plan for yourself. Awesome, good luck, and live limitless.